I do have a tendency to avoid using pronouns for God at all. And it's not because I don't think we should use male pronouns for God. God reveals himself in scripture using masculine pronouns. I don't think that we have the authority to kind of just change that outright. And I also don't love that some people who want to avoid using male pronouns for God weirdly end up giving more power to the argument that because God uses male pronouns, that means God is a man or men are better. I just want to say, like, those two things are not tied together. You don't have to believe, the second one because you believe the first one. But I do kind of avoid using pronouns for God, partially because I've realized that avoiding using pronouns for God does in a weird way help maintain some sense of the otherness of God. Like the awkwardness of your language, I think can actually be a useful exercise to just remind yourself that even though I don't believe using masculine pronouns for God means God is a man, it does sometimes end up sort of seeming that way. And some of us have grown up in churches and cultures where we did sort of act like God is an old man with a big bushy beard in the sky. And also because of that, men are better. And it has been helpful for me to recognize something of the just complete difference of being that God is to avoid using pronouns. And I don't think I've ever used feminine pronouns for God. Not that I think that's heretical, but I think God reveals himself using male pronouns in scripture, so I use them.
It's a reminder that language is always an accommodation that can't fully encapsulate God's eternality and his mystery and all that. But yeah, I agree with you. I mean, God reveals himself using male pronouns in the Hebrew and Greek, Old and New Testaments. That's instructive for us, but it doesn't limit him to male gender identity.